Implement data encryption everywhere. Isn't encryption at rest enough or no?
Well, what's interesting is when you look at a lot of audits, a lot of the auditors are out there using the terms encryption at rest. And what that usually means is that your database files are encrypted on disk. And usually, if they're doing a good job, it should also mean that your backups are encrypted on disk. But those can be two different ways of doing things. Now, the encryption everywhere also includes encryption in transit. So let's say you've got your desktop computer connecting to a SQL server that's going through a VPN and a number of different connections. If somebody is on that network and you're not using an encrypted connection, even though the data is encrypted on disk, someone could do packet sniffing or other things like that where they can get in and capture that data when it's traveling between your desktop and the server. So if you're not doing this, it's something to consider. You probably should be doing it. But really the key here is number one, make sure you've got transparent data encryption turned on all of your databases that contain any kind of privacy data. Then make sure, well, of course, with that, you want to make sure you have your TDE keys backed up and all of that kind of thing. Then next, you want to force SSL or TLS for connections, meaning you want to configure SQL Server so that when people connect, they have to connect with a secure connection. It's kind of the equivalent of the web browser, where back in the old days, we just had HTTP, and then everything started moving to HTTPS for more security. Well, SQL Server's done the same thing, and you want to make sure you're using that SSL connection. And to make sure that everyone's using it, so that you don't have anyone that could possibly be leaking data that way. Then we want to also make sure that we encrypt backups. Now, that's another step that you want to do on top of or independent of TDE, but to also make sure that you practice the restore of those backups and make sure you've got that good. So the benefits of all of this, it's going to protect your data against data theft, and it's going to meet compliance standards. Now, really, well, those both kind of mean the same thing, hopefully. But if you're in a place where you're being audited, to make sure you're doing it right. And this is one of those things that we help our clients with all the time. And again, just yesterday, I was talking with a client and they had TDE set up, but they had a couple databases that missed TDE because they were created later and they didn't think to turn it on. So making sure that everything is TDE encrypted, using SSL TLS for connections, and encrypting backups. Got to do all three of those. Thanks for watching. I'm Steve, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you like it, please click the thumbs up icon. And if you want to subscribe, click subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon to get notified when we have new videos. All right, have a great day.